Dude, Alex, come on, man. Come on, big dog. He's gonna hurt himself. That's like insane, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this. Why are gun guys so gay? By Boy Boy.
It's not an easy thing to do. And luckily, there's a YouTube channel dedicated to exactly what fashion choices you need to make to be able to hide from everyone the fact that you could kill them at any second. If I were brand new to concealed carry, I would buy these clothes.
Okay, that is perfect to us because we are brand new to concealed carry.
I'm brand new to clothes.
Yeah, me too. So all of this is new.
I'm glad we finally got something to learn. What I find really funny just straight off the bat is that it says don't wear this. And it's like possibly the gayest sentence that exists in English.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be seen in that. But like these are gun guys, but like big masculine guys, and be like the 10 do's and don'ts of being a gun guy in the order.
Yeah, exactly. But also I am slightly jealous of them because it's like they're playing life like they're a video game character.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, I'm specking out my clothes for my weapon. Because it's like, if you are carrying a weapon, that honestly should be the only thing you're ever thinking about.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everything else should revolve around your weapon. It's a big responsibility, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna spec this guy.
Lots of people are hyper-focused on gear, but they limit their focus to the gun or the accessories that go on the gun. But what about your clothing? Clothing is a critical part of the system.
I love that it's a system. It's not gay. We're not being women. This is all about a tactical clothing system.
Hey guys, this is Jeff with Tennecore. I'm the founder and designer of Tennecore products. I've been carrying a gun for over 25 years.
I've never carried anything for that long.
If I carried a gun for 25 years, I would have killed so many people.
Yeah. Who is this?
The amount of accidents and just people, I'd be like, you've got a gun. I would have shot myself at least twice today.
So our goal here is for me to share with you my experience in the last 25 plus years, spending all the money and time and energy and resources that I have into figuring out this concealment problem.
Every single article of clothing that he's picked up is...
Dude, I'm always worrying about the concealment problem. I'm always thinking about that.
undercover cop clothes.
Yeah.
A Hawaiian shirt at a music festival. I'm just a normal guy who doesn't have a gun.
Don't have a gun, no gun here, guys.
I've spent thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars experimenting with things and trying to figure out what actually works for carrying a gun every day.
For a man that's spoken about how much research he's done, he's literally wearing a hoodie and jeans.
Yeah, no, stuff's changed a lot for us.
What are you talking about, bro?
I think the issue is that this man just likes fashion.
Yes.
He likes fashion and he needs to make this elaborate backstory in order to still be a straight guy. And he's like, oh, it's actually like tactical research, like 25 years of research. It's like, no, just be a fashion inspiration channel.
And I like it at the end of this, his resolution was the straight guy outfit.
Yeah.
That's the perfect, universally perfect outfit.
The most tactical outfit is jeans and a hoodie. It's not a dress, a big billowy moo-moo where no one can see. You could have an AR-15 on moo-moo.
You can have suicide vest.
But that's not the most tactical thing.
No.
For the first 10 or so years of me carrying a gun, it was this constant process of experimenting with different belts, different holsters, different clothing, trying to find something that was both comfortable and concealable. It wasn't until I switched to Appendix carry that my wardrobe choices...
Penis carry?
Appendix carry?
Oh, I thought he's talking about his penis.
My penis carry.
Is that not what he said?
Did he say penis?
It wasn't until I switched to Appendix carry.
He did.
He said penis.
We've researched the perfect way to carry it. It's not penis carry. Penis carry.
I think if he carried a gun for 25 years, he's probably shot himself in the head a couple of times.
Yeah.
And now he just can't say the word penis anymore.
Yeah, but also I love the idea of every man that carries a gun has to point it directly at their
So standardizing the gun that you have, the holster you have, and the belt that you have, which are kind of the foundational components to your carry system, is really important.
I love this type of shit because it just proves my theory that Americans don't have any like third spaces to go to, and they have no labor organizing, no community organizing whatsoever, no ways of creating cultural signifiers beyond commodity consumption, and guns are a commodity to consume. And it basically becomes your entire life when you become a gun guy. This is all you do. It's all you think about. You befriend other gun guys. You talk about, your EDC, your everyday carry. That's it. This level of hyper obsession, if it was done for Warhammer figurines, would be branded as like some niche nerdy fascination. But because it's guns and there's like a political association attached to it as well, all of a sudden it's just like burly and alpha. Why couldn't these guys be autistic for something cool like public transit, you know, trains? I wish.
Once you do that, you kind of know what kind of pants, what kind of shorts, what kind of shirt you can buy or wear. And it basically simplifies the entire process. I currently carry a Glock 19 with a Trijicon RMR on it.
I currently carry Glock 19. Chill the out.
It's like those guys that squeeze your hand really hard when you do a handshake. It's just, no, I don't want to. It's just unnecessarily aggressive.
I won't do it. I won't squeeze again, but they always go like, and you're just like, okay, dude, I was chill, and now you just assaulted me. I don't know why you did that.
It's the same kind of thing. It's these like super insecure men that have to just have like one overly aggressive action throughout like a normal situation. And imagine this guy eating a banana. I'm just a regular, everyday guy. How have you been?
Yeah, good.
So let's talk about specific clothing in general. We'll start at the top and kind of work our way.
Let's talk about our tops. Ladies, let's talk about our tops. What tops work with what gun? Oh my God. I'm sorry. If you live in the United States of America, there is literally not a single moment in your life where you had to tactically bring out your concealed weapon. Okay? It's just so stupid. There has never been a real instance where you were in a self-defense style situation where you had to kinetically engage with a perpetrator and you had to just like, you're like, oh, thank God I watched this video and I wore a top that gives me ease of access to my weapon. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's just like you're a paranoid weirdo, man. You're delusional. Get help.
Way down.
He's talking about tops.
He's going to describe t-shirts to us and then pants to us.
Oh no, I thought he was talking about tops and bottoms. It'd be like, this kind of gay person needs to wear this kind of clothes and then have this kind of gun. Bottoms, just don't carry a gun at all.
No.
You don't need it. The tops are here to protect you.
Should be the other way around, right?
No, bottoms, submissive.
Was the bottom's the submissive one? I thought the bottom was the one they're on.
Who likes?
No, I thought they were on the bottom, so they're the ones doing the.
Well, how do you on the bottom? How do you think sex works?
If they're on top of you.
I think the classic idea of sex is
It goes in your bottom.
Yeah.
So it turns out
you've been lying to everyone.
I'm a top.
Yeah, you've been lying to everyone.
What the? Okay, that explains why everyone's so confused.
So undershirts are a thing. I have always lived in.
By the way, pretty sure you are shadow banned. What do you mean? Real_Dan_Clancy just gave me 10 gifted subs. How dare you?
Northern climates, and so I've always worn an undershirt. And so when I carry a gun, I wear an undershirt. It is more comfortable in general for me, and it helps to protect my body from the gun. So generally,
the undershirt protects your body from the gun.
Everything about this is so good, explaining why you need to wear an undershirt in a cold environment. It's just because of the gun.
Otherwise, I'd be naked. If I didn't have a gun, the freedom. The things I'd be able to do. Terrifying to think that there's some guy who's spent 25 years working out that hoodie is a perfect way to pretend he's not about to murder someone. Like, I don't know. I don't want anything to do with it.
I found it really bad when we were in Texas and you saw people with their concealed carry.
Yeah.
Some part of me just wants to be like, you just want to
give me.
You just want to take it.
Although
it's mine.
Texas was much gayer than this. It was so good, like tight, like leather jeans and like pink checkered shirts, and then just like leather boots, like fucking leather stiletto, so like knee-high stiletto boots, just walking around. I'm like, these are good-looking boys,
and all because of their gun.
Yeah,
that's the only reason they do it.
I need these high heels to protect me from the gun.
With any clothing, the higher quality clothing, it's going to be more comfortable and it's going to feel better and fit better. Find a particular t-shirt or undershirt brand that you like and then stick with that thing. I have found that the district-made DM130 works really well.
That is just a shirt. I find the DN130 works really well. What needs to work? You need 4 holes.
What do you, dude? You don't understand. It's a cutting-edge tactical shirt, bro. You don't get it. You just don't understand because you're Australian. You don't understand. You don't understand how sick and important it is to have a tactical shirt.
Holes in a shirt. One big one slightly smaller one, and two very small ones.
4 holes, yeah.
Yeah. What other functions do you need for this?
Yeah, tell me the specs of this shirt. Like, that's what I want to know.
It's nothing. It's just that it's branded. And he's selling his own merch.
So he said, I found my own shirts.
My own shirt.
Let's talk about cover garments. You need to put something over the top of the gun to cover it. Cover garments that are stretchy and knitty, like this one. This is like a polo. This is going to form around the gun and is not going to work very well. A t-shirt is going to be maybe a little better than this because it's not going to be quite as stretchy as this.
I mean, this is the same kind of stuff I think about because I like just always have a boner.
Yes.
Just constantly. So like I really need to pick clothes that don't form around my penis.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why you buy a belt. For down low, you pull your boner down.
Down. Or you put it up and you got a ring with the power of your belly and belt.
That's a good idea as well. I usually do the tuck down in between my ass cheeks, then you tense your ass cheeks and you close, like boner comes back.
There's no way.
Into ass cheeks, then you tense and it locks it in there. And the best thing is, if you're threatened, you release.
Oh.
You got your own flip knife in your pants.
in your groin.
In your underpants.
That's cool.
Try it. And even better is you go do it while soft, and then you get erect. And then it's
you get erect because your dick is in your own ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And it feels good.
It feels great.
Yeah. Now, if you want to sell your own gun-friendly clothing, but you're worried about how complicated commercial management is, then look no further than the sponsor of today's video, Odoo.
Odoo is a management software all-in-one that offers a range of applications for entrepreneurs to facilitate the daily management of their activity. Odoo CRM is very intuitive and places the customer at the heart of a ton of activity, from opportunity management to closing sales.
One of our favorite aspects is their instant lead capture, which means that interested customers can contact you directly on your Odoo website, and a new
They're saying this sincerely, chat. They're not reading it.
opportunity is automatically
From a
created in your
teleprompter.
CRM. Another great aspect is the pipeline views. With Kanban view, every opportunity is presented in card form with all the essential information available at just a glance, from their details to their priority level and their expected revenue.
Within each task, you can add the complete information of the client and their requirements in the description. It also offers simplified communications and monitoring, so all your email exchanges and log notes take place in the chatter. You can even integrate with ChatGPT to save time and easily schedule all your activities, such as meeting, calls, to-dos, etc.
Best of all, you can create and send quotes in just a few clicks directly from your opportunity. Your clients can accept and even pay for it from the customer's portal, at which point we'd like to say, well done, you made your first sale. Finally, you can analyze your performance using personalized dashboards and predict your results with revenue estimates. And the best part is it's absolutely free.
Your first app with
Amazing.
Odoo is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. So what are you waiting for? Go click our link and download Odoo
today and start selling your gun paraphernalia today.
So another aspect to concealment is going to be patterns on shirts. So you can have solids like this, and then you can have patterns. So this is like a plaid.
Why can't they have good sponsors like this guy who and you know, they could sponsor this video to talk about tactical clothing? That's what they should have done.
You know the best pattern? A pattern of multiple guns.
Oh, you don't know
so
where
they
it
don't
is.
know which gun is where.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what he should sell. People will be distracted. And they were like, let me see the guy with all the guns on his shirt isn't carrying a gun.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to draw attention to himself.
No, exactly. That's where you get it.
Plaids are going to be very square because you have lines running one way and perpendicular lines running another way.
Oh, you cannot be serious. He's describing what plaid is. What's really good about this shirt is that it's got 2 armholes, so I'm not stuck like this all day. How is this a YouTube video? He looks like he's about to fall asleep.
This is amazing. 6 minutes and he just explained why he wears really boring shirts.
So they're going to cover up square things really well, but not rounded things as well. Something like a Hawaiian shirt will cover up both because it is going to have both straight lines and round lines. And
What's a round line? You're carrying a grenade? What are you hiding underneath you? But also, if it covers round and square, why are you showing us any of the other options? Hawaiian shirt at all times.
all the time.
this shirt right here has plaid on it, which is great, but it is relatively light. And so the lighter colors are going to show the shadows and stuff more. And so they're not going to work as well for concealment.
Where's our gun?
Oh, where did our
Where
gun go?
did our gun go?
Hello? Yeah, gunny. Oh, there he is.
We've got a gun. We've got a taser. Which one do you want to conceal?
I'd rather conceal this. I don't want to accidentally tase myself. Okay, trigger discipline.
See, towards my penis.
Yeah.
Can you see?
That's crazy that he just with a taser. Dude, Alex, come on, man. Come on, big dog. He's gonna hurt himself. I mean, I did waterboard him for the last boy video, so obviously he has hurt himself already, but that's like insane, dude.
Yeah, I'm concealing anything. Absolutely not.
These are really.
You can't even see
And then, bam! It feels like this is a very, very simple concept.
Yes.
Like, I put it in.
Yes.
Let's say I've got it in my penis hold.
Yes, it's in your penis hole.
Oh, you can still kind of see it.
See, that's...
That is kind of complicated.
Yeah, but it's because it's... Go in the middle, yeah. I can't see nothing. Nothing. There's nothing there.
And then it just looks like I'm like about to masturbate, and they're like, oh, whatever. Don't look at this guy. He's masturbating in public, and then he shoots you.
Well, there we go. Maybe we only know that because we've watched his YouTube video.
What's so gay about this video was imagining this man trying on heaps of different outfits and going in front of the mirror. It is just like the lamest I've ever seen.
If I had a gun, that's all I would do. You're looking at me? You're looking at me?
Another consideration for tops is going to be jackets. When I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I put the gun.
Are you gonna react to Hoser's new video? Who the Hoser? Like, take me to church? Take me to church. Na, 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 na. That guy? He make a new video? Yeah, I know music. I know ball. He make a new video? What happened? What is this?
2025 was the start.
Why is Trump doing all that? I don't think I've ever watched a video from this guy. I have no idea what the situation is.
On, the gun comes off when I'm going to bed. It's not a thing that I just put on to go to the store.
I mean, if you're serious about guns, I don't think you should take it off when you go to sleep.
No, lots of things happen in your sleep.
Also, when you're sleeping, I presume he doesn't sleep with clothes on.
I presume he has very specific tactical outfits for sleep.
I was going to say you should. You really should, because otherwise you could be caught sleeping and someone might see your gun when you're sleeping.
Yeah, that's true. For sleeping, it's actually very tactical to have a starched sleeping cap, slightly stiff, so
Yep.
you can't tell where your head's going to move.
Yep.
And then also a gown, a sleeping gown, because it covers your gun where you might have it. And then you want a little saucer with a candle on it, so you can see at night. And
Yes.
also you can warn people; they can hear you when you start trembling.
Yes, I like that. This is a good idea.
If you are a part-time gun carrier, then I guess you can get away with, I'm going to put the gun on to leave the house and put my jacket on. But now you're committed to always having that jacket on, because otherwise your gun isn't concealed. Those are different lifestyle choices that you need to make. You need to decide what kind of gun carrier you are. Are you a full-time gun carrier or a part-time gun carrier?
He self-identifies as a full-time gun-carrying man. If he leaves the house in a jacket, he's wearing that jacket until it's sleep time.
Yes. I do understand that. Like, if I had a gun underneath me, under my jacket, I wouldn't want to take my jacket.
Because it's illegal.
Because people would know I had a gun.
And they'd be like, who is this freak?
Yeah, but also it will change your interaction with everyone around you. If I was doing a suicide bombing and I was covered in a bomb, and then someone just stopped for a random conversation, you'd be like, yep, going well. Don't have a bomb on me. Be like, imagine carrying a gun on you at all times. Be like,
I'm just making a deposit at the bank. This is normal.
nice to meet you.
If you're a part-time gun carrier, you're constantly problem-solving stuff throughout the day of, oh, what am I wearing here? What am I wearing there? Oh, now I'm in a situation that I'm inside for the next 2 hours and I have my puffy coat on and I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I'm uncomfortable.
If you wear a jacket indoors and refuse to take it off for whatever reason, you're going to be sweaty and uncomfortable. Like, that doesn't matter whether you're part-time or full-time. You shouldn't be wearing too many clothes.
One of the considerations that I think of for most of my jackets is I want a double zipper, and I want the bottom zipper because I need to be able to unzip this enough that I can access the gun.
Why is that something you think about? I feel like he's a man-child. Like, he talks about how he's, ready to take a life and he's so serious. This is child behavior. Setting up all your clothes so you can have your Harry Potter wand accessible at all times.
But also, he hasn't even gone far enough. Like, if I was
hasn't killed someone.
Well, he might have.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're designing clothes to shoot a gun as quickly as possible, it's very normal to walk around with your hands in your pocket. You just have a hole in your back of your pocket. You can just reach your gun out, so you don't have to go.
Yeah.
You just be like this. You didn't think of that.
Or habits here.
In California, you need to be a full-time carrier if you have a concealed carry permit. You need to establish a pattern that shows you didn't bring a gun to a particular incident just to shoot someone at said incident, but defended yourself with something you constantly have on you in a situation you didn't predict. What the Is America that dangerous? Where you have to carry a gun when you're outside your house? No, you want to know what the ironic situation is? It's not, but there are guys like this running around, so I guess maybe it is. Like, the irony is America is becoming more dangerous because of this guy, because of the guys that are running around apparently concealed carrying full time. Yeah. That's what makes America dangerous, not the fact that there is some hypothetical crime that might take place, which is why you always have to stay gadded up.
The gun's mounted in your pants, but constantly pointing forward. So you just have to face the person. And then you have a little trigger from your sleeve that you just flick.
Or bloody shoe gun. You stomp hard. Shoe gun.
The whole purpose of wearing a jacket is you might go outside, right?
The whole purpose of wearing a jacket is that you might go outside.
I did not.
I thought the rain jacket was like a bedtime thing.
I thought it was for use in the shower.
Yeah, because it's wet.
It's wet. That's why I've been wearing my rain jacket. Idiot.
I'm so glad I watched this video.
Yeah, wow.
If you have a gun and you're watching this and you're learning things from this video, I think it's just the scariest thing that's ever happened. If you have the power to kill someone in a split second and you
Do you deny that carrying a gun has some amount of utility in an area with high amounts of gun crime and violence? Obviously not the suburbs, but in like south side of Chicago or something. Yes, I do deny it. Because the reality of the matter is, if you're constantly carrying a gun in the south side of Chicago or something, you are more likely to either A, accidentally shoot yourself with it, which happens all the time, B, get into an altercation where you lose your gun, which also happens all the time, or C, have your gun stolen from you, which also happens all the time. When you are constantly armed, you have an infinitely higher likelihood of shooting yourself with that weapon than shooting another person. You can also, the D part of it is also someone shoots you because you have a gun. Another person that is also incredibly paranoid, that has a gun on them, sees that you have a gun on you and shoots you.
You don't know that shoes are for outside the house and slippers are for inside.
Amazing.
So an important
It's really hard to shoot yourself with a gun. That's really crazy because it happens so much, actually. It happens all the goddamn time, as a matter of fact. It's even more common than having your, by idiots. Yeah, I was going to say, it's even more common than someone else by mistake shooting you or an accidental discharge. Food soldiers are so stupid. I know you're not going to read this, so I'm just using this as an example. You are a gross human being and literally sit all day making money off of others' content, reacting, but you can't even react or take criticism when it's directly about you. And it's not why you say, it's because you're afraid of your audience hearing it and no, you can't defend yourself. I think this is the funniest narrative, that like an audience of people that exclusively come here to learn about politics is going to be duped by Ethan Klein's video being like 900,000 Jews were forcibly displaced during the Nakba, which is a smaller number, which by the way wasn't the Nakba, but instead was just simply a war. Why don't you issue one of these criticisms that you have heard in the chat? And I will address it. Banger gun stat. California's living with handgun owners more than twice as likely to die by homicide. Residents who don't own a handgun but live with someone who does are significantly more likely to die by homicide compared to those in gun-free homes, research shows. I love that though. Like, these people unironically are too stupid to think that like a drama slop tubers video is going to convince a decent number of people in here. Like, that's the reason why I've avoided it. If that's the case, why the won't Ethan debate me in person? Like, there's no answer to this question. It's like, I've said I would watch it with him if necessary. You know what I mean? And they just have, they go, oh, well, it's because he put forward a totally normal condition that you have to actually watch the context nuke beforehand, which he now no longer has as a precondition, apparently. Yeah. Slop tubers are going to, are destroying my political opinions, despite not knowing a single damn thing about politics or any of the things I talk about or history. You should really consider allowing only verified accounts to chat in here, man. It's time for another meat gate. It's been too long. Let's be real. Fake socialist is privatizing the meat. Why are you ignoring my comment? This person. Can't believe you're that horrible of a guy. Those things you did are so bad. I just genuinely cannot believe someone of your stature is just so, can't believe this guy is this way. You're so disgusting. You need to step back and understand who you are as a person. Weird as hell. For real, for real. Can't believe those things you did. Serious. This person is memeing, by the way. I don't think they're being serious. They're making a joke about the quote unquote criticisms that I receive. You're a bad guy. You're a very bad guy. I can't really remember exactly what the YouTube video that I watched while, playing Hearthstone on my phone, what the video actually said, but it left me with like really bad vibes, and it left me with such bad vibes that I have firmly held convictions against you. I just really don't know why I feel that way. I was playing Balatro. I was playing Balatro on my phone while I watched the dumbest guy on the planet make a YouTube video about you after reading a bunch of subreddit comments. But it left me feeling like you're a bad dude. How do you feel about Al Gore presidency? Too little, too late, okay? We're multiple decades past that point.
Aspect of your clothing and of your gear carrying setup is going to be your belt, because it is the thing that basically holds everything up. This is a pretty thick gun belt. This is a Magpul Tejas belt. This is a great belt that works really well.
That is just a normal belt.
That is a belt.
Gunmen being convinced that there's a special thing here. It looks like a belt a Lego man would wear. Like, it's completely the most average belt in the world.
I think consistently belts are the things you can buy that even when you buy the cheapest ones, they usually still work. Like a shoe will fall apart if you get a $20 shoe. Yeah. You get a $5 belt.
Oh, I had some pretty belts, but I was a fat kid. So as I'm putting it through the test.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
An important part of belts isn't just how they're designed, but you got to use them right.
Most important part of belt. Okay, I understand. This is like...
He's shot himself in the head. He's accidentally shot himself in the head, and now he has to work out how to stop doing that.
The tighter the belt, the more comfortable the gun will be, and the more concealable the gun will be. However, you could tighten the belt so tight that the belt is uncomfortable. You want to find that balance of tightening as much as you can for comfort and concealability.
What is this? You might find when you're putting a belt on that if you tighten it too much, it hurts you. Stop doing that. Who is this gun wielding?
Yep, ready to go.
I actually don't understand who the audience is for this. Who's this person that needs to be told to stop tightening their belt when it starts to hurt them?
Typically, I wear 511 Defender Flex jeans. They just look like normal jeans. They don't look like tactical jeans or tactical pants. What I like about them is that they are stretchy, and then they also have the hip pockets. And so I find the hip pockets to be kind of the magic pocket. So this may sound like a lot, and that's because...
Wait, he didn't explain that at all. I kind of why the hip pockets are magic pockets. I was like, oh.
What has he brought forward that is even remotely tactical? Like, who needed this? Who needed any of this? It's mostly just his own merch. He is describing the basics of wearing jeans. Jeans that have back pockets.
Okay, what is he talking about? That's normal.
And then listen to his summary.
So this may sound like a lot, and that's because it is.
None of that was a lot until you said magic pockets and then didn't explain it. You explained what a belt is, what pants are, when to wear a jumper.
And different shirt materials.
For 15.
But what you need to do first is ask the question, are you committed to carrying a gun every day? If you're committed to carrying a gun every day, then you're going to make the lifestyle changes necessary.
If there are this many rules to wearing clothes.
Americans are so funny because this is like a QVC video, but for guns and outfits that are tailored around like having a gun on you at all times. God, we are such a weird country, dude. Oh, 511 tactical is a gear. I know. I have my bag that has the press sticker on it is a 511 tactical bag that I've had for almost 15 years at this point. Like, their quality used to be higher back in the day.
If it's this complicated, you spend 25 years working this out? No,
but all it is a macro decision. And then that solves all these micro decisions in your life.
Yes.
If you make one macro decision, which he has taught you how to do, then it's just utility maximization. You've solved your whole life.
Done.
By deciding you're always ready to kill.
You're going to decide what gun are you going to carry, what holster you're going to carry, what belt are you going to use, and then what other clothing do you need to wear, or do you need to buy, or do you need to get rid of that supports that decision.
It's just such consumerist bullshit. I feel like if I had a gun, it would solve a lot of problems, that you'd be less kind of reliant on the rest of society. The fact that you buy a gun and then you're like, oh, I got to throw away my clothes and then buy stuff from this like special gun clothes store. It's just like, you're a cuck.
You're a cuck. And also, once you have a gun, you don't have to buy anything ever again.
You just walk in and ask for it. They give it to you.
I thought that was the point of having a gun.
Yeah.
Of all the gun channels I watch on YouTube, this one has taught me the most about everything around conceal and carry. Doesn't even try to sell me stuff. That was his own product. Tenorcore is his shop.
I love how dumb these men are. Wow, you taught me so much about shirt and belt. I'm so glad you're just a random guy not selling me things. This man should not have the right to decide who lives and dies. That's crazy. I found your company on YouTube when I couldn't sleep. I was on night shift guarding my house because everyone's attacking always. I've ordered 2 holsters since then, same day. This guy has insomnia and he's like, how can I kill better? Dude, you need help. You should not be on this YouTube channel. You need some therapy, you need some sleep, not 2 holsters in the middle of the night.
That was a horrible video, and we learned. I'm not even lying. I knew absolutely all of that. That's the most obvious information.
But it's not just knowing it before. It's the kind of information that you don't need to think about.
No, I'm saying I know what a belt is.
An important part of belts.
It's just like background info that your mind doesn't even address because it's so straightforward. I would die drinking a glass of water if my brain had to think about tightening a belt too hard. There's no way you'll survive. You can't cross the street if you're just tightening your belt until.
The real question, does he sell dusters? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was looking forward to. I wanted to hear like how he was going to explain how you can hide your hacksawed shotgun. You know what I mean? Like the duster is the real tactical gear, you know? It's not just tactical, it's also cool in general. If I was a gun guy, I'd probably walk around with dusters all the time. Really get into the mood, you know?
Until it hurts and not knowing how to fix this attack that's happened to you.
I love that this man has a gun.
Well, I think that's the issue with this video. At the end of the day, it just makes me so scared to be in America. People who find this informative are out there deciding whether or not they should kill you. I don't know. I think
You're just the dumbest man in the world.
You know, one really good use for guns.
Yeah.
Is that you can use it to get the audience to subscribe to our Patreon.
How?
So if I go like,
I don't think I'm surprised that they got this cleared from YouTube. It's crazy. Sawed-off shotty on the one side, sawed-off AK on the other. Can you even saw off a AK? Sponsored video, by the way, true.